Allow me to introduce myself. My name
Welcome
is
to Sports Talk, and what we're talking about right now, we're talking about the Derrick Rose scandal, okay? The so-called scandal going on with Derrick Rose. Now, if you haven't heard, Memphis are being charged with a violation that they had a player on their team 2007, 2008 season, that this player has someone fraudulently take the SAT form. So basically stand in and take the SAT form. Okay? That's what they're being charged with. And the only player that year to only play in 2007, 2008 was the number one draft pick and rookie of the year in the NBA, Derrick Rose. Now, also it's being reported that one of the C's on Derrick Rose's final transcript was actually a D. Someone from his high school who had access changed it changed the D to a C. So when the college got his final transcript, it showed that he had a C, not a D, which helped his GPA. No, I don't know where his GPA is at. I don't think any. I haven't read that report, so no one knows. But it was changed so his GPA could still match up with the NCAA SAT requirement. Okay. Now, for those that don't know, every athlete has to go through the NCAA clearinghouse. So, for instance, say Derrick Rose strictly had a 2.0. That's all he had when he graduated. Say he had a 2.0. He needed a 10-10 on his SAT to graduate. So, if he had a D, quite possibly it would have brought his GPA down to a 1.9. Therefore, he wouldn't have been eligible anyway because he didn't have that 2.0. To make more sense, say he had a 2.5. If you have a 2.5, you need like an 850, I believe it is. So if he got a D, he went to a 2.4, and now his SAT score didn't match up with the minimum requirement, and he wouldn't have been eligible. So that's a lot of talk, and that's a lot of technical things, but that's basically why his transcript got changed and why somebody else took his SAT, because he didn't believe he could reach the score to get, to be eligible to play. All right. Now, what does this mean for Memphis? If it comes back that Derrick Rose has somebody take the SAT for him, that 38 win season and that Final Four appearance never happened. That's basically what is going to go down in the books, that it never happened. That whole season will be wiped off the books for Memphis. Now, it doesn't affect Derrick Rose, and he's still going to make his millions and play in the NBA. All right, but let's look at this a little bit deeper, and I put it in my blog as well on TrueSportsTalk.com. I put it in my blog because it's much deeper than Derrick Rose cheating on his SAT and not getting the grades in high school. Now, Derrick Rose he's a supreme NBA talent. You can't take that away from the kid. He's an amazing point guard. So, the problem that I have with this whole story is the image and what's it's portraying to the younger generation. Everything I do is for the younger generation because those are the people following us. Those are the people following us, okay? Now, every kid, especially from where I'm from, every kid thinks they'll be in the NBA one day. So they're playing basketball constantly every day thinking they will be in the NBA. But what people don't tell them is it's not that easy. Now, there's about 450 people roughly on the NBA roster. Okay, because like each team has like 15 roster space. So you do the math, it's like 450. Out of those 450, how many actually get playing time? Out of those 450, how many can you actually name? Out of those 450, if you've seen them walking down the street, how many will you recognize? Okay? It's not, the NBA is not a guaranteed bet. But so by portraying to these kids that you don't need you don't need an education at all because you're going to play basketball, you're going to be that basketball is going to be your out. It's the wrong image to portray. And that's just one of the things that is being portrayed. I said it in the Jeremy Tyler video. It's more about making money. That's what everybody says. Who cares? He's making money. No, it's much deeper than just making money. Like right now, people are equating the NBA to me is starting to look like the drug game. Like, I know I'm taking it a little bit far, but honestly, that's what it is. They don't care what you do. Nobody cares now because they value money so much. Nobody cares what you do. When it comes to money, it's all okay. Don't worry. He has somebody cheat for him on the SAT, but he's making millions now. He couldn't pull a 2.0 in high school, but he's making millions now. That doesn't make any sense, people, especially for those who don't make it to the NBA. Now, you mean to tell me Derrick Rose couldn't pull a C average in high school? He couldn't get a C average. Now, me in high school, being a ball player, I took basketball. That's a guaranteed A. Okay, that's guaranteed 4 A's every year. That's guaranteed A's. That balances out any bad grades that you have because that A balances out your F. That A balances out your D. You know? So, you mean to tell me Derrick Rose couldn't pull a C average and then people say it's okay? Just think about that. All right, let me know. Think about what does that mean for the next kid coming up who thinks he's going to be the next Derrick Rose, who's going to slack off in school and then realizes once he doesn't get them letters or the confirmation that he's good enough, what does he do when he's asked out because he thought he was going to be this NBA player? That's the thing with me. That's the biggest thing with me when it comes to athletes taking the easy route. Those that make it, they make it, but those are a small number. All right? Got a little heated in that one, but hey, that's how I feel about it. True Sports Talk. I'm out.
I never meant to leave you. Never meant to leave you. You see that chick in the gym?